Peace, shalom, y'all. Y'all about Shem Yashai Brakatham. Yahweh Shemartha about Shem Yashai. Welcome to Top Podcast. We here again, episode 17. You understand? Go ahead. Anybody else want to introduce themselves?
Preaching also 1,000 among the bar. AG, Midwest AG, not to be confused with the East Coast AG. Shout out to Sharkapan.
Hey, both y'all name is AG. Y'all know.
There's like 3 or 4 of us.
Yeah.
I think we namely got one in each zone.
Yeah, but they don't call Ashar AG.
They started calling him AG like about a year or 2 ago.
Officer 500 Kananya. What it do, y'all? Back at it again.
Big 500, man. Look, we back again, episode 17. You see us, we got the new camera angle right here, man. You see, we working up on it. We doing it big. You understand? We got some stories for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, don't forget to pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. That's the most important thing. Passover is in April 12th.
I hear about the exact day. I know Atlanta, man.
Yeah, in Atlanta. We got the Passover April 12th in Atlanta, man. We're gonna do it big in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I know where all the spots at. Well, at least mostly. I know you know where the spots at, ain't it?
I know a little bit of it.
All right. So, I mean, anything anybody else want to say? But also, we got Diana in the building as well. So, yeah. So, without further ado, anybody want to say anything else? We're going to get started.
Like, share, subscribe. Any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to jump in the chat. Shout out to Nazam. Increasing also 5,000 by the bar. You know what I'm saying? You got a beautiful family out there in Louisiana. And, you know, that's what this is about. It's about the family. It's for the kids.
So that's what it's all about, huh? That's right. You know what I'm saying? So we about to go ahead and get started.
We got another drug addict.
Yeah, we got hey, man, look, you're not lying about that. We got another drug addict. Well, I'm not gonna say a drug addict, but all right, so it says New York City Mayor Eric Adams sniffs a bag of cannabis before city officials burn 4 tons of confiscated marijuana by the city.
And how many of them hung out while it was ablaze? Just to watch it all burn? just to make sure that it's actually on fire.
That last whip. I think they're slick.
Now, if I were to do that over such an event, they would label me a drug addict. That's a drug addict.
Yeah.
You want to get that last little hit, and it stuck around for the bonfire.
And that's how you know he missed smoking the
drugs.
Because he sniffed the bag hard as ever. Whole face in there. Took that last good whip.
That rock me was funny as hell.
No, like I was wondering, why did he sniff the bag? You know what I'm saying? Like that was like that didn't like I just looked at that like why did you just showed everybody you probably smoke weed behind closed doors.
He probably definitely does. Like what is he doing? Checking to make sure that it was actually cannabis?
Yeah, like why? But like why would you like only I can imagine that's what he did. You know, before the city burned 4 tons of marijuana.
Some of that nostalgia.
Like, where did they burn this marijuana at? Like, no one caught high in contact.
Right in the streets.
Like in the streets, like everybody, the whole block. 4 tons, like the whole city. Because you know New York is like damn near like an island. It's like a little island. That whole island was high that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fiendish material or behavior. There's fiendish characteristics going on there.
You got some fiendish characteristics.
I don't like it. And he's the mayor.
Yeah. Yep. New York City Mayor Eric Adams sniffs a bag of cannabis before city officials burnt 4 tons of confiscated marijuana. Like, what was he thinking when he smoked? Hey, Shalom. And so, like, what was he thinking when he smelled it?
Yeah, like sis said, checking the potency of it.
Checking the potency. Checking the potency.
Like, damn, that's what was good. That was gonna be a good high.
Hey, Sly, if y'all want to make room, y'all want to make room for y'all.
Jump in.
You want to jump in?
Switch it all
Hey,
up
we
right
got
now.
Officer 50
Live
IR in the building as well. He about to you'll see him too. Come in up on the stage as well.
Shout out to Florida.
Hey, shout out to Florida. What's that? Oh, that's you can name.
Shout out Bar.
Oh yeah, okay, Shabar, I see it. Hey, what's going on? Shalom Priest, what's going on with it? Thanks for tuning in, y'all. So but yeah, like there was really no point in smelling it. You know.
See, it's all good.
Let's see, hold on.
On this side, you can see it. The one that shared on the screen, all that is cut off there. It's minimized.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's scoot over. I might scoot over a little bit of mine and then scoot over. Just
as well, right?
There we go. All right. So yeah. So there was no reason, like absolutely no reason to sniff the bag.
Very unprofessional. Like he's supposed to be a leader of a community. If Commanding General Yohana were caught on film, on camera, a picture of him sniffing a bag of weed like that, what would they say about us?
Man, look, they'll start making tons of videos. It'll be a shitload of videos the next day. Oh, look, the ISUPK, look, they do smoke. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, as like a leader or something like that, over people and stuff, like over cities and stuff, like, yeah, you gotta, it's all about your image. It's all about being professional. Like, taking that bag and sniffing it, you just showed everybody, yeah, this nigga from the hood.
And he showed everybody that it's okay for this. We finna burn it in front of y'all anyway.
Right.
And like you said, they didn't say where they was burning it at. They could have burned it right in the street, kids and all that stuff present.
Or they could have said that they burning it. They could have said that they burning it and they just kept 4 tons of marijuana.
You know damn well if you put that on the scale, it's not 4 tons.
Right.
There's some payload missing from that stash.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this guy, Eric Adams, come on. All right, so anybody want to add? Anybody else want to say anything about this?
I'm just typical. I'd expect this from people like that.
Yeah.
And he trying to show that he's cool.
Right.
I'm cool.
Relatable. Get ready for the next term.
Vote for me, y'all. I smoke weed.
Right.
See, he's smoking. I don't know if he's smoking for a fact, but I mean, come on, man. Like, someone that doesn't smoke weed wouldn't do that.
Right. So being cool for the pothead, but then still destroying it for the conservatives.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Destroying
it.
Right.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, man. Jay, what up, bud?
Yeah, we got John Wren Games. Hey, sis, we got Nazam in the building. We got Kanaya in the building. Hey, man, look, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like and share, please. Baba Koshah. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these likes. Let's get it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's share, man, because this top podcast is going to be global. All right? So we about to move on to the next one.
Now, that's crazy. The double standards, between government officials and people that hold offices like that.
Right. Yeah, like when you have officers like that, like your image is important, and for them to take the shot, and put it out like that, man, yeah, it's wild. All right, look, we got this another one. 19-year-old Indiana man found guilty after luring 3 men to grassy field to show them how a Glock switch worked and then shoot them to death. He was 16 years old at the time of the crime. So hold on, let me read the article. It's it's like a little article. It says a jury in Indiana convicted a man who was just 16 when he murdered 3 people while he was showing them how to turn a Glock into a machine gun. Caden Smith, got this devil, Caden Smith, now 19, was found guilty Friday of 3 counts of murder, robbery, dangerous possession of a machine gun, and possession of methamphetamine. Well, we know why he did it. among other charges. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office said in a press release he killed Abdullah Mubarak, which was 17 at the time, Joseph Thomas, 18, and Michael James, 22. On October 12th, 2021, an officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department found the 3 men dead, suffering from gunshot wounds in a path filled with tall grass near the 4400 block of South Meriden Street. Investigators recovered several spent shell casings at the scene. Cops later learned via text messages that Smith lured the men to the field over 2 nights to show them how a Glock switch worked. The switch turns the semi-automatic firearm into a machine gun. Smith used the opportunity to murder all 3 men so he could rob them. Per prosecutor. Detectives identified Smith as the suspect and found the murder weapon at his home. Like, how dumb do you have to be to, in fact, let's talk about it.
You guys have to be on mess for that.
Well, here's the redhead.
And he does have the complexion. He probably ain't gonna get that much time for this. I don't know.
Let me see. It didn't say, hey, shalom, sir. We got Officer 5000 Model Bar in the building. Hey, what's going on, sir? So yeah, we got this devil right here. Let me see. It don't even say like how many years he got. You know, it's not. Why don't, like, when it's dealing with white people, they're not never going to tell you how many years they get. You know what I'm saying?
3 years just to get to the point of conviction with him.
So,
if he committed while he was 16, unless they didn't find him until he was 19, it almost sounds like they had him in custody for a while.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, this guy, like, that's just the devil for you, man, to lure you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're his friend. Like, imagine, like, yeah, man, hey, look, I got this switch. Let me show you how it works. And then 3 is dead.
Just to rob him for more meth.
More meth. We seen it said methamphetamine was involved.
And again, like, so Captain Zariak on Car Chronicles, he had made a couple statements about how hard it is. On his battle against that one Lily chick who was saying broke ass niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lily broke ass niggas got us. He was talking about how hard it is to profile people like this. No tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this weakened look in his face. Looks like he just got done cutting the neighbor's lawn or something. Look like that kind of guy.
Right.
Next thing you know, crystal meth, a switch on the Glock, 3 dead bodies, and he went back to grandma's house eating cookies.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, these people ain't got no real enemies. Like, they're not in the hood. Like, they don't have to watch their back. So what does he really have that for? Right. He has it to murder. He was testing it out.
And I guess being a meth head.
Yeah. And I bet if they would never caught him, he probably would have did more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you know, like, imagine, like, these are what white people are. Like, they just number little monsters that's just running around with. Look, they have access to all the weaponry. They have all the access to the drugs. They got access to everything right now. This 16-year-old, I mean, we all know putting a switch in a Glock is a felony crime. You know.
And you can 3D print them now, too.
Yeah. You can 3D print them. You know, easy access. You understand? Like, and they always want to target, you know, Black and Hispanic and Native children, talking about we the criminals. You know what I'm saying? But look, we're dealing with the devil. This is a homeborn murderer right here, man.
Like, and is this brother? I mean, it's like not brother. Is this devil still locked up?
Yeah, it says he locked up.
Oh, you know he can do his full time. Because, you know, a lot of the times it's somewhere down the line when these white folks get arrested for these type of crimes, somewhere down the line they'll be saying that he has some type of mental disorder, and they end up releasing him early because they know, man, somebody like Monkey Boy just mentioned, this dude looks like he's gonna cut your lawn and go back and eat some grandma cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, these devils that run these prison systems, they know that this guy is gonna be a victim in prison, so they're gonna try to reduce his prison system.
Yep.
And get him out as soon as possible because he's not gonna survive in it with monsters. Like, real, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Get him right back out on the streets and doing more crime.
Yes. Hey, look, he probably was on. What they call it when you can bail out of jail. He was on bail. You know what I'm saying? He probably was on bail for like a couple of years. Like, who knows? You know, they're not really saying too many details about it, but you know, who knows?
A lot of these times, these people that commit these type of crimes, they come from good homes. They come from good backgrounds. They're all financially stable. So once their family finds out, oh my God, Timothy was so stressed out, he's committed a horrible crime.
Right.
I gotta bail him out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So their family's gonna get together, get that $200,000 bond, and bail his ass out.
Right. Put up their house, put up their car. Because I mean, looking at dude, he can't survive in prison.
No, hell no.
And that's the thing too. They send Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to prison younger than that. They try like young kids, 15, 16 as adults.
Right.
They send them right to prison.
Right. And they had to change that. I believe they changed that law.
Yeah.
That they can't put kids that are 15, 16 to adult prison.
It is circumstantial depending on the state, I believe, and the type of crime. So like, you know, this dude at 16, that's first degree intentional homicide.
Yeah.
They're gonna try him as an adult.
Right. But there is adults. I mean, there's young men that do commit these crimes all the time.
Right.
And they go to juveniles till they're like 20, 21.
Right. And then they
release them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what y'all said was heavy. Like, like, don't nobody look at this white boy and think he's a threat.
Mm-mm.
Everybody bypass him, think he go to church. They think he a good kid. And it's like you said, IR. You know what I'm saying? No one bats an eye at this guy. You know what I'm saying? But they look at Black and Hispanic and Native children one night, and look, you're already born with 3 strikes. That's what they say. We're born with 3 strikes. You know what I'm saying? But this is why the Lord has to mark the devil. You know what I'm saying? With the blue eyes, the pale skin.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord marks the murderer. You know what I'm saying? So we know that these people is the devil.
Right.
We know these people are prone to commit crimes. And
if I could too,
go ahead.
This is another reason why we should never underestimate our opponent, because they could look like this, and they could be a straight up serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's that serial killer out here in Milwaukee? The
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. That dude looked innocent.
I mean, he looked like a square.
So
he was, yeah. He didn't look like the dude that was
down.
Yeah.
That's not a regular murder. That's somebody's diabolical. Like, that's something else.
Yeah.
And Azam had a good point. Dude was probably playing a lot of video games and wasn't satisfied with the fantasy life of it.
Yeah, probably on video games.
And a lot of cats like this, they do this not only for the fame and glory and recognition to gain themselves an identity, but so now they ain't got to live in society. They can go and grow up in the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And some of them actually do it for that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say? We know who the devil in the UPK. We know who the devil is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can look at him right now and know that it's probably not his first time. You know, commit murder.
Right.
He probably started off killing animals. I can look at him. He probably started skinning cats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Drowning turtles or something. You know, killing fish, putting bleach in the fish tank.
Right.
You know, he started off small. We know these devils, man. They start off small when they're born. The scriptures say that. You know what I'm saying? They're born, you know, all twisted and going off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And that's why we should never underestimate our opponent. You know what I mean? Just how, like, when you see a Black, Hispanic, Native American walking down the street, and you see them white ladies, you know, tucking their purses, we should do the same thing towards them too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We should always be careful around them.
I don't trust them at all. Like when I'm downtown or something like that, I lock my doors.
Right.
I make sure I click it like white people walk past. I click that shit like 4 times. Boop, 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 boop,
On purpose.
boop, boop.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Shit, yeah. I know y'all people. I'm not Willie. Come on, like only Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? Would think that white people just all good and don't do no evil. Like, come on, man. Like, you forgot their history.
Right.
You forgot their history. You forgot about the natives. You forgot about the Hispanics. You forgot about black people.
Right.
Like, just history alone here in America alone, we're not even gonna go back then in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? How, you know what I'm saying, they didn't want us to cross their land and get, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was, come on.
And only these type of devils will just do this stuff for no reason. Like they didn't say that he was into it with either of the victims. Right. He had no problem with them. He just wanted to kill. Like his nature. He just wanted to do it for shits and giggles.
Well, he wanted to rob.
Just say he did it.
He was a meth head, so
right.
I mean, he had some kind of motivation right there too, just to keep that going. But the adrenaline, that bloodlust. I mean, you were on the brink of World War III. All you had to do was join the military, and you get it satisfied.
That's it. That's it. Blood, man.
But he was 16 at the time too, so he couldn't have gotten into the military.
Yeah. You 16? I thought they accepted people at 16. Eh?
No, because you probably could have gone through like ROTC or something like that.
Mm. Okay.
Gotten on his way, but then he wouldn't have been able to go out there and shoot something up right away.
Right. All right. So if y'all want to let's move on to the next one. Like, look, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people, look, we need to be careful. We need to understand and realize who the devil is according to the Bible. And look, white people are the devil.
That's right.
Stop trying to, give them benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the scripture says that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be careful around these people.
That's who you're trying to hold hands with.
You're trying to hold hands with.
And that, now they'll give up the argument, well, if we did embrace them, maybe we could have saved them.
But look, though, we've been trying to get along since the civil rights, and probably even before that, it never worked out.
You know how many hugs and kisses from his parents and his friends he probably got already? He's good. He's good. He'll be all right without our.
They want to invite these people to the cookout because they can dance or something, or they got a little bit of rhythm to them. Man, you're not getting it.
Man, look, keep these people away from me. Away from my family, keep these people. Like, I don't want no white person in my house. The only time I want a white person in my house is to install my cable or to install. Even then, I'm watching them. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you gotta understand, these people are thieves. These people come from generations of thievery, generations of murder,
deviantness.
Generations of deviousness, like diabolicalness, just like everything. Like, come on, man. Like I said before, how could you forget your history? I hate when I run to a black or Hispanic person and they talking about, well, we gotta love conquer all, man. Okay, well, ask that to your ancestors that's 6 feet under.
Right.
All millions of your ancestors is in the ground because of white people. Right. Ask them, did love conquer all? No. You know what I'm saying? We was at camp last week. It was a Hispanic sister that's from Colombia. She came up to us. She came up to me. I was just holding post, watching the camp equipment.
Towards the end, I
remember. Yeah, towards the end. And then she said she was asking about what we did. I'm giving her the spiel. Like, look, we believe black people, Hispanics, and Native people are the real Israelites, the true Israelites according to the Bible, and the white people's the devil. She started saying, like, no, love is going to do it. Love, like you can't be in front of the bear and in front of the wolf, in front of the hyenas, and saying anything about love. They don't care about love. They're going to feast on your love. You know what's love to them? Love is killing you and eating your carcass to nourish myself. That's love to them.
Objective.
You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, if going in history, when Israel followed their culture, we were successful.
Right.
Every time we tried these different philosophies, we were unsuccessful.
Right.
And that concept of let's all just get along, that's been around for a while. That this ain't the first millennia that notion has been proposed.
Right.
You'd almost think it would have worked by now. It would have had some foothold. You got to think, like, again, it's subjective. Just like, that predator, it needs it wants your hugs and kisses too, just in the form of blood and kidneys for their young ones. That's nature. That's expected. That's I mean, you can show your love for Mother Nature by sacrificing yourself for Goldilocks and the Three Bears, take her place. But that's just not, I mean, that's self-destructive. It's counterproductive. It'd be counterproductive to try to join with everybody. Everybody's supposed to love everybody until you start talking about, some of those lines, some of those uncomfortable lines that people don't want to cross. Predators, like you're still supposed to love them. Well, no, you can't. We're supposed to love Hitler. I mean, some people thought what he was doing was pretty good too.
He did some great things.
Yeah.
So like, it's like I see now, you know what I'm saying, get all that Christianity up off of you and stuff. Mm-hmm. I see now why the Lord, even in the scriptures, the Lord said that he separated everybody. You know what I'm saying? Different, we all got different mannerisms. We got different ways to live. We got different, everything. From where you talk to you walk. Everything about us is completely different from everybody else. And the Lord wanted it that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like stop trying to understand why these people don't understand you, why they don't get it. Like they're never going to get it. White people are never going to understand the plight of blacks, Hispanics, and natives. They're never going to understand it. Ever. Stop trying to make them understand it. Like you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're preaching to the choir. White people, you know how they try to understand you. They try to understand you by, how can I say, just
watch music videos, movies.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to make more roots. Let's make more roots. Right. Let's throw slavery back in their face. Mm-hmm. Roots with the movie Roots. Hey, don't y'all got like a like a Hispanic slave movie and stuff, like Roots, right? Kunta Kinte and all that.
Yeah, we have a lot of movies like about the conquest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and how they treat us, how they made us bow down to the Virgin Mary. You know what I mean? They burn our feet. You know what I'm saying? They made us look at. There's movies of this.
Yeah,
where they bend these Native Americans down and make them look at the image of Christ, right before they get killed. You know what I'm saying? They make sure that was the last image that they see, then off with their heads. You know what I mean? But these are movies that we watch as a brown community.
Yeah. See, like this is what the devil does. The devil puts slavery, like every now and then, like every so years, they make a new slave movie. Like what the slave movies, 40 years, was it 40 years a slave? 12 years a slave. 12 years a slave. You got Roots.
The Will Smith one that just came out recently.
You got that
called Emancipation.
Emancipation or something like that. Whatever. You see, they keep making slave movies every so years to keep slavery fresh in your mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Think like a slave. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they make the movie so even a white man don't want you forgetting your history.
I was gonna say, they always got a token white boy in there. Like, look, they helped us.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
But you don't see no movies of no Hitler locking them up in no gas chambers.
Right.
You see minimum movies of that, if any. But they always got slave movies of us getting done bogus.
Right.
It was made crooked, man.
And I think one of the reasons why they do that, because they want us, like the sister said, is just keep it fresh in our minds, and then just for us to think that we're not greater than just, like that's all we are as slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to put us in that mindset that we're not better than the oppressor. We're always going to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We are still in the ghetto. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us going to think, man, well, I'm still that slave. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to grow out of it because they continue putting it in our face. It's on the movie theaters, on TV shows, you know what I'm saying? So it's
well, in the ISUPK, they ain't doing nothing but fueling us.
Right. That's right.
They showing us what to do back to them. Giving us ideas.
Like all you doing is just burning that deep hate that we have for you. That's it. You just it's like putting it's putting coals over a house fire. Right. All you doing is just dumping more fuel into the fire, man. Like that's why we go so hard in the truth. That's why we put in all this work. We're not doing this for our health. We're doing this so we can be on top of these bastards. You see what I'm saying? So,
and as a result, we're not harming nobody. We're not starting no riots. We ain't starting no fights. Shout out to Tyrell V. We ain't committing no crimes against the people that we are holding accountable for these actions, for this history. We teaching our people to get off the drugs, to don't be criminals, to stop doing drugs, stop selling drugs, stop the domestic abuse and violence.
Right.
Tell them to get up out of learn who you are so you can stay up out of prison. Yeah. Get some, put that potential to use.
Yeah.
That's how we're combating. What did they say that redhead's name? Did they get that redhead? I only trust like about 3 or 4 redheads in UPK. Yeah, Asha Iyer out there in Chicago. I trust him. Other than that, don't send no gingers our way.
I got a little red on me too, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's black now, but usually it's red. You know,
during the spring and summer, it turns a little redder on. Cat is out sometimes. He look like he got, What I'm saying, it's there's a psychology behind it that they're hoping to trigger with all those movies with incidences like this. They want you to go off the handle, and we show them something different, and like it's frustrating for them.
Yeah,
like they can't trigger all of us, and we've got a bigger influence on keeping our people grounded than they have to set us loose.
Yeah. And you know what? In Officer 5000 Model Bar, he said our words cut deep.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand the power of your words, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we do on the streets, and we go to the streets and we talk about the crimes. We don't let nobody forget the crimes that white people has committed. We go on the streets and we talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? It makes white people squirm, and it fucks with their spirits too. You can see it. To the point where they want to just topple all of our camp equipment over. They're walking past, and you might think that, I ain't listening to this, but they got ears. They can hear everything they hear us saying, man. They know that they got to pay for the shit that they did, man, that their ancestors did, that their forefathers have done. And words, this is why the scriptures say there's life and death. There's power of life and death in the tongue. I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
What you say can have great influence or great destruction. You know what I'm saying? So we use our words, the ability for us to speak. We go take it on the mics out there in downtown. You know what I'm saying? We let them have it. And also it's a stress reliever too. You know what I'm saying? In this hellhole that we live that's called America.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't like whatever Officer Mungabar says true. But don't get it twisted. You cross that line and you're gonna find out we're not Christians.
Absolutely.
Right. A lot of people think, they're Christian, they're not gonna hurt nobody. Well, that's not our intention to hurt anybody. But you cross that line and you're gonna find out.
And then they see the men that are holding posts up there, like it's different. We're not I don't wanna shout anybody out individually, but we're not them. We don't color coordinate.
Right.
We ain't got tassels on the bottom of our t-shirts. Our boots are tucked in.
Yep.
We got leather with spikes on it.
We ain't getting our mic snatched.
At all. At all.
Hey, yo.
Happening over here.
Yo.
And people recognize what it's like.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of the big differences between us and everybody else is how we are perceived by the public, by those who also are cut from that same cloth. Mm-hmm. They get a very clear understanding that crossing that line, you got to commit to that shit now.
Right.
Like, otherwise, like all that shit talking on the side of it. Like, some of my favorite videos from back in the day, Captain Mashab Mayam, when that one bulldog was threatening to go get a gun, come back and shoot him up. He's like, listen, aim straight. Yeah. Like, go get your gun. Don't talk to me no more. Go get your gun. When you come back, aim straight.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing, man. Look, first of all, what we always say, I think you said it, we ain't Christians. You know what I'm saying? You cross the, like Cap said, if you cross the line, expect for something to happen. We're going to defend ourselves. It's like we teach in the UPK. Every man, woman have a God-given right to defend yourself. And if someone comes and being the aggressor, and the most important thing is we're never the aggressor.
Right.
But we'll get aggressive. We'll match energy with energy if you come and fuck with us, man. And trust me, you ain't snatching the mic out of our hands. You won't catch a 2-piece or a triple 4-piece.
Right. You don't get that close.
You know what I'm saying? You won't get that close. You won't get that dude. Yeah, I saw that video where that white boy tried to get that dude to kiss at security, and he uppercutted that. Yeah, you won't get that. You get close to his mic, you won't get that. Yeah.
And real quick to Tyrell, like I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist and nothing like that, but don't put too much stock into the whole mind reading shit. Like I know the algorithms and all these smart devices, they're very clever. They can they're throwing out more predictions. They're not reading your mind. But like if you're looking at a video, like I might look at a YouTube short or something like that, and they'll say something specific or might be in the title, and I'll start typing a couple buttons that match some of those words and letters, and then it'll give me suggestions for like it ain't mind reading. I just don't want you to I don't want you to go too far with it.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, like we're not all into that conspiracy theories, man. We know one thing, man. We know that the Lord got control of all this shit. Right. You know, we call the Lord, you know what I'm saying, he's the Lord of hosts. You know, he's the Lord of spirits, man. You know, he got control. We're not worried about no mind control and none of that shit.
And then even if, like the brother's saying, you know, you ain't the only one that thinks that. I know you're not the only one that thinks that. I ain't trying to make this personal attack on you or nothing at all like that. What I'm saying is, don't let that shake you. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Even if they are reading your mind through the 5G network, who cares? They're not controlling our minds over here. I mean, I don't know what the big deal is about it. Maybe I'll get the brain cancer. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll turn me into a mute because I got the jab. I don't know. but it ain't happened yet.
Right.
So I ain't gonna trip over.
And Salakia too, if I could. It ain't like we hiding nothing that we doing. All you gotta do is pick up the Bible and see exactly what we doing. Right. Like it's not no secret.
Yeah.
The eyes are.
Hey, shout out to your eyes. We got your eyes are in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, let's move on. Let's get to the next one. We could talk about this all day. You know what I'm saying? That'll make for a real good conversation as well. But we got something else. We got some other heavy stuff to bring in. So.
Orange bag is going to fall out that has resources for the parents in it, that has a registry, medical information, where they can get free counseling, trafficking information is in there. They're going to place their infant inside. They're going to take that orange bag with them in there. They're going to shut the door and they're going to walk away. The box has already called 911. So the door, as soon as I open the door, it's calling 911 dispatch. When I place baby inside, there's a second alarm that's going off. That alarm is not connected to the first alarm. So if the first alarm was to fail, that second alarm would pick up. Right now, I can't open this door. It locks. When there is a baby placed inside, it locks. So first responders are going to have to come on the inside and pull baby from the inside. We just did the final test here so that we could sign off on this box. And this baby was in this box for 1 minute and 21 seconds. It is very quick, it is very secure, and it is very fast. And so that is how the baby box works. Best thing to do is to go inside and take a look on the inside. Come on, guys, I want to come inside. An orange bag is going to fall out that has resources for the parents.
Man, what do y'all think?
Yeah, it's America for you.
I remember I seen this video a couple of days ago, and you know, they were saying that it's a good thing because you know there's a lot of mothers or parents that are under drugs that financially can't raise that child, so it's like for them it's an option to just give away that child because they can't take care of themselves, so because it could be under drugs or whatever reason. They say it's a good thing that they got that right there.
So if I could, why have sex then?
Right.
Why are you like? We're all adults. We understand the consequences for having sex. You're going to bring forth children. So if you think that what I'm saying, that you can't handle no kids, then why are you fucking having sex? Stop having sex. If you don't want children, the guaranteed #1 way to not have children is to stop not have sex. And also, we too, we know where they're putting that at. They're putting that in all the ghettos and all the barrios, on the reservations. They're targeting fucking, you know what I'm saying, irresponsible adults that can't take care of their responsibilities.
Now, imagine if the father decided to take that kid from the mother and put him in there.
Right.
That father's gonna get charged.
See, they don't want you to give the baby. If you don't, they don't want it. They don't want, if you don't want the baby, for you to give it to none of your relatives. Right. They'd rather you bring it to them so they can do whatever they want with it. And you will never see it again because you, like it says, it's an abandoning. It's a safe abandonment, whatever.
And look, we know what they're about to do. They're about to stem cell research. Oh, yeah. We know for a fact that stem cell research comes from aborted fetuses and like babies. You understand? That's what they're going to do. They're going to take the baby. They're going to probably unalive the baby, chop the baby up, use it for stem cell research to benefit white people.
Organ harvesting.
Harvest the organ. Do it. They're going. White people always be trying to find the youth, trying to find ways to live longer. You understand? Like they.
I was going to say, I don't want.
Go ahead.
There was this word called, I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly, but it's called diachrome or diachrome, something like that. It's the young baby pure blood is what Esau uses to stay young.
Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome.
All right, so the adrenal gland thing, like that's. I don't believe that that's specifically for. No, that's not even conspiracy theorists like that. They actually doing that shit. Doing that. So they scare the shit out of the kid to get the adrenal gland going, and then they open up the blood, and then they drink the blood full of that adrenaline. Or they just completely extract the adrenal gland, and after it's pumping and it's kicking out that chemical reaction, and then they just eat that or suck the juice out of that. Right. It's like that's some real shit that
they do that to animals too. That's side, and then they feed it to us.
And this is why white people gotta get locked in cages. Right. I mean, they gotta get locked in cages, like
melanin transplants.
Yeah, melanin transplants.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Man,
melanin transplants.
Yeah, and that's exactly like you be sitting there wondering why do some of these white girls and stuff, why they be looking like black women? It's because when they little, they probably getting injected with melanin and stuff, or like some type of black people DNA to get them developed the way how they getting developed nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like they coming out with darker skin, and we know for a fact that when black people get unalive or whatnot, that's what they do. They take the melanin. You don't know what they're doing. Like when someone get unalive and they inside the morgue and stuff like that, you don't know what goes on in the morgue. They're taking all of your all their organs, the good organs they can use. They taking that. They taking that melanin. They taking everything. They extracting everything they can extract before they put them in the coffin.
For sure, it's most definitely melanin. Esau can't build melanin. Right. And you need melanin to protect you from the sun. Right. And they know that. They know that the sun is killing them off by the thousands. And you know what I'm saying? So they need that melanin because they can't develop. They can't develop that. You can put them under the sun all day, for a couple of hours, and they're not going to turn brown. They're going to turn red.
Yeah.
Or they're going to start peeling off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what, like you were saying earlier, when these young brothers and sisters die, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Because that melanin is worth thousands of dollars. I don't want per gram.
Yeah. And like this is why the death of blacks and Hispanics and natives. This is why that's what fuels America. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes money off of the death, and then on top of that, everybody benefits from what you can extract from blacks, Hispanics, and natives. You know what I'm saying? And even to the funerals. You know what I'm saying? You paying all this money to bury your loved ones or whatnot. And then you don't even know, once you leave and everything's said and done, you don't even know if they even in the coffin in the ground. It's probably all just a ceremony. And then what they do, they take them and throw them in the furnace and burn them up. and they get to keep the coffin, dig the ground, just put the hole back in the ground.
Right. Or even if like they real devious, like even the jewelry that you put around the neck, so you can see them get put in the ground dirt all over them. But during that night shift, nobody out there to actually see what's going on with them. They could be digging them back up, take that jewelry off them, take the the melanin from them, or take them back to the lab, do any kind of experiments on them.
I was gonna say too. I don't know if it's happening now, but they say when you get these new IDs, these called real IDs, you can like they ask you if once you do die, you can give up your organ and stuff.
Like they've been asking about the organ.
Yeah, they've been asking about that. I put no because like it's linked to people that's getting their organs taken. They have that organ donor thing on their card, so like like it's now it's like proven to be linked to that. But I mean, who knows? But we don't know what the Lord is seeing. The Lord probably is seeing. He's seeing all of the BS that white people is doing. We probably just only scratching the surface. We know that there's cult. Everybody's saying that we're a cult. We're a cult for following the laws of God. We're a cult for doing that. When you got actual white people cult out there that's drinking children blood, drinking animal blood, that's doing real life sacrifices of humans, that has like what's that whole the sex ring,
sex magic,
the sex ring they have, we don't know
sex magic,
and like the drugs, like these are cults, you know what I'm saying? But we're a cult because we decided to change our life and stop doing drugs and stop selling drugs and stop doing all of the bullshit that the Lord don't want us to do. We decided to change our life and stop it.
And tell everybody else to stop it too.
Right.
Like nobody should be on crystal meth. Nobody.
Yeah.
That redhead, that ginger should not have been on crystal meth.
Yeah. Yeah. And in the kingdom, all that the rules are gonna be enforced.
Right.
There ain't gonna be no drugs in the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, ain't gonna be no drinking kids' blood, no animal blood, getting drunk in the kingdom.
When people talking about how outdated the Bible is, brotherhood ain't outdated. Laws against abuse is not outdated.
Right.
Don't steal from somebody. That's not outdated. It still happens today. Like there's definitely purpose from that. Don't abort your babies. Right. Hey, there's nothing outdated about not putting your baby in a drive-through window, essentially. Like, that's why we need structure like that only the Bible provides, man. You ain't gonna get that from no other system.
And Slacker, do you know if these people that are dropping their babies off, are they or are they just volunteering?
I don't know. They said that there's like a packet that they end up taking with them. And then, they pat themselves on the back for was like a 1:22 turnaround. What if there's a line? What if, it's the week after or 9 months after, prom night.
Right.
And every dumbass is out there trying to get rid of that kid.
Right.
Just like dropping books off back to the library through that little slot. Everybody's waiting for their turn to put that baby in that little box.
Right.
And like how you said, sir, that was one thing I was going to comment on too. Educating people about the severity of getting into a relationship.
Yeah.
How to be responsible throughout, making the choice of who your partner is going to be, making that choice before, really thinking about this thoroughly and getting the proper counsel and guidance before you get in bed with them, before you deal with them on that level.
Absolutely.
We don't take that shit serious no more.
Absolutely.
And you leave it up to the schools already teaching, elementary students sex ed.
Yeah.
You got what was it? You got those community books in the classrooms being read by community members. I don't even know what the hell to call these people no more, but goddamn clowns, goddamn clown shoes tripping over you, right. At such a young age, and then we get ostracized for, and I wouldn't even just say us in the UPK, parents that actually care about their children's innocence.
Yeah.
we get ostracized for putting stricter guidelines and putting a stricter hedge around ours.
Right.
And they think that we're being too hard on them, we're being overbearing. Like you're being too damn loose.
Yeah.
Because they wasn't brought up the right way.
Right.
But I wanted to speak on that. That I think you had brought up something about abortion earlier.
Yeah.
They always talk about, you know, they look at the abortion as giving this kid up, but they ain't looking at how it can mess their uterus and their area up, and they possibly getting 1 abortion or 2 abortions. That can possibly prevent you from having a kid, from having any kids. Like they ain't telling that part. They just plastering how you can have an abortion and you good just because you don't want the baby at the time.
Your risk of breast cancer goes up. Uterine cancer goes up. Like I don't want my bar saying, the pastors, they blame too for lying to the people. Because in that church, I mean, they advocate marriage and divorce.
Yeah,
right.
No matter how much they try to say it, they frown on it. They advocate for that too, giving you permission to go get that divorce.
Yeah, and what you said was heavy too. Like well, the point that we brought up earlier, man. Like we gotta first thing we gotta do in order to fix our nation, we gotta start repairing the relationships between the men and the women. Because in America, we've been here this whole time, and America programmed us to look at a relationship as, you know, something that's a burden. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're going through that phase of getting together, the first month, you know, it's all lovey-dovey, and then by the time the 3rd or 4th month comes, y'all at each other's throat, and then that's it. The relationship's over.
Right, because you didn't take the time prior to that to get to know the person.
Exactly. You didn't take the time, and then second of all, you rush into sex too fast. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we teach in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? We got some of the longest lasting relationships in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? So on top of that, we just got to fix the relationships and fix the family. You know what I'm saying? And second of all, also, like the point I brought earlier about the whole abortion thing and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That is, like, you was an irresponsible adult to want to give your child up, whether you can take care of the child or not. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you really don't want your child, there's other avenues. First of all, you got the UPK.
Damn right.
You know, we got brothers and sisters that be happy to take your child and raise the child up in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Don't give your child to the white man.
Right.
Don't give your child to this system that's going to use and abuse them. We hear about it all the time. Kids that grew up in foster shelter, when they finally get old enough to leave the shelter, they tell you about all the bullshit that goes on, all the molestations that they go bouncing from foster home to foster home. And the majority of the time, it's white people that's doing all the molesting and you know, all the bullshit that goes on in a foster care. And the foster care system don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. All they look at the child is a check. That's it. All they worry about is getting paid, get what they get, and they don't even use the money to like further benefit the child. You know, this is why ISUPK needs to be, we already international. We're worldwide and we're international. We need to have a school in every city across the world, every block across the world.
Right.
It needs to be an influence of ISUPK all across the world. We need to reach out to them kids that's suffering in those foster homes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man. And
then you ain't got to risk your kid ending up on somebody's farm in West Virginia.
Yeah. You gonna be on the farm. Oh man, come on. Yeah, something to bring out down there? No? Okay, sorry. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next one. You know, this is an article that Captain DeBarmouth has sent, so we're gonna get into that.
Represents the Black members of the state legislature, confirmed that lawmakers will not move forward with those 2 key proposals. The first, SB 1403, which would establish a state agency to oversee the state's reparations efforts. The other, SB 1331, that would establish a state fund for reparations. So the blocking of these bills has angered protesters who've been in the Capitol Rotunda all day, yelling at lawmakers in the assembly to bring the bills up for a vote. This Legislative Black Caucus, which represents the Black members of the state legislature, confirmed that lawmakers will not move forward with those two key proposals.
We work for justice. You work for us. We work SB 1403, 1331. Can you bring it to the floor? We drove through Los Angeles.
Are you talking about something like reparations? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. So basically this was like, so basically you got the group of those group of people that you're seeing, black people, you know what I'm saying? I guess they voted in a lawmaker, which you seen the other brother, the one that didn't want to ask no questions, just walked off. But he didn't present the bill in the process. You know what I'm saying? I guess it was the bill like reparations, like y'all said. So let me see. I guess we can read that last note. I'm gonna read that last note, what it said. It says, that California. I'm gonna just read a little bit of what it says. It says on Saturday, a group of supporters of reparations for the descendants of enslaved Black Americans spent all afternoon inside the state capitol protesting the California Legislative Black Caucus plan to not move forward with two reparation-related proposals. According to KCRA, the two bills, SB 1403 and SB 1331, would establish a reparation-related state agency that will oversee the state's efforts on the issue, while also determining who is eligible for benefits. During the protest, people could be heard chanting, "Get us the vote." The CLBL released a statement confirming neither bill will move forward before Saturday's midnight deadline per the end of state's legislative session. So basically, they didn't move on. They didn't move on the bill, and I guess supporters are mad. I mean, but what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know what people were expecting.
Yeah, like literally, what are you expecting? And well, before we move on, you know, Mother Bar said, and women outside the UPK who you deal with hold hate against you forever.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're standing on righteousness. Mm-hmm. You're trying to enforce righteousness on someone that don't want to be enforced with righteousness.
Right.
It's like telling a meth head completely to stop doing meth.
Right.
What do you think he's going to do? He's going to hate you. He's going to hate you. No, I don't want to hear the right thing. Do not tell me this is the same thing that happened back in the ancient days. You know what I'm saying? The prophets, you know what I'm saying, were being unalived.
Right.
Why? Because they was telling the people everything that they did not want to hear. Get off drugs. Stop committing adultery. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. It's like when you got kids, you tell the kids, stop jumping on the couch. Stop jumping on the bed. Stop, don't touch the stove, like all these rules. Israel is like little children. They don't want to hear rules. They want to do whatever the hell they want to do.
They don't want to be reminded of the outcome that's associated with the choice that they made. So you sold a bunch of drugs, you ended up in jail, kept on getting your ass beat in jail, then you get back out, you're broke. You're going from shelter to shelter, and then you want to get back into the drug game, and your family's sitting there telling you don't do this because, listen, you messed up that first time, you ended up in jail, you had a bad experience, you came out to nothing, had to jump from the shelters. They don't want to be reminded of all that. They think the next time around is going to be better. Like they learn from it or something. Like we need to make shame great again. Okay, like you should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed about my past.
Yeah.
I feel I'm horrified by returning to that way of life.
Right.
Like that scares the shit out of me.
Right.
And the punishments that I've already had from the Most High, like I'm convinced. I'm good. I'm not gonna touch the stove again. Type shit.
You know what that's called? It's called wisdom. That's what it's called. It's called wisdom. And someone that has wisdom, you know what I'm saying? You can, like, it's either two ways. You can just learn from watching somebody else,
Right.
or you learn on your own. And unfortunately, a lot of us learned on our own
because we didn't believe it.
Yeah,
we didn't believe it. Oh, we know better.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I'll be a better crack dealer than you. I ain't gonna get pinched. Ain't nobody gonna rob me.
Yeah.
My bitch loves me.
Yeah.
Like it's insanity. It's a definition of insanity. Repeating the same thing, expecting a different outcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, where do you think like abortion is gonna get us? Where do you think begging for reparations is gonna get us? Where do you think holding hands in hands with soulless gingers is gonna get us?
Yeah.
Like, ain't we learned already?
Yeah.
So the reparations, like, I mean, and for real, like, how much reparations do you, like, would they have to kick out for you to actually be satisfied with it? Because you know you blown right through that. Walmart's getting all your reparation money.
Man, look, black people, that's not what we need. Reparations. That's not. First of all, we black people as a collective, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we got trillions of dollars.
Yeah. We
just use that for the bad shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine one person that smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
Guess how many in a week's time? Mm-hmm. Let's say he go through
a pack a day.
A pack a day. Let's say he from Chicago. You know how much a pack of cigarettes in Chicago is?
10 or 12
bucks. No, it's about $13 or $14, $15. So imagine they buying a pack a day. In 7 days, so if you buy a pack, that's about over $100. Yeah. About $100.
Let's not forget about that loud too.
And he smoked weed too. So guess what? He probably in a week's time he probably smoke a half.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's probably on the little side.
Right.
From weed smokers.
I mean, a blunt's $20.
You know what I'm saying? Reparations is not what we need. We don't need more money because we're not even in the mindset to know what to know what to do with that money.
As a people, we're not mature.
As a people, we're not mature. It's like giving a 15-year-old person $100,000. That's what they're gonna go do.
Yeah, it's gone.
I know for a fact because my dad left me some money and I went and bought a car. I'm gonna trick the rest of it off. I know that for a fact. I wasn't in the mentality to have that type of money in my hands, and that's what Israel is. Right. Israel are still like children. Right. We're still in a mindset where we need to develop ourselves. We need to, first of all, get on the program of the ISUPK. They need to get on the program of these laws, statutes, and commandments. Get in the classes. They need to, first of all, do their 6 months. Do their 3 months. Get their name. You know what I'm saying? Put in some groundwork, or sisters. You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes, and everybody pay your tithes. We need to change our whole mindset first. Then we can talk about not reparations, but we can talk about what we can do as a collective and come together with what we have, like we do now.
Yeah.
We come together now with the little that we have. Look what we did with the little what we have. We got us a school, we got, we doing things, big things with the little that we have.
Right. And I don't want to Bar brings up an excellent point. Is it going to stop them from killing you? You think George Zimmerman wouldn't do it all over again, even if you got $12 billion for reparations? Like, he wouldn't have done that to a Trayvon Martin?
Right.
Like if Trayvon Martin was walking around with all that reparation money, still wouldn't have done it?
Yeah, hey. And that's an excellent question.
Excellent.
This is why we got to change the mentality, to change the way all of us sitting in this room right now, we got here because we have to change the way we think. If you're still thinking that like how you was thinking 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, if you're not in the truth, if you wasn't in the truth then, or 10 years ago, then yeah, you haven't developed. Right. You haven't grown. Being mature ain't about age, about because I know 60-year-olds that's stupid as hell. Yep. It's about changing the way how you did things, changing on what you do. You know what I'm saying? I used to get high and smoke. I don't do that no more. because I've realized that angers the Lord, and I don't want to suffer the consequences from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't go sleep with another man's woman. Why? Because guess what? It's the chance that I might do that one day, and I might just get shot in the house. You know what I'm saying? Or because the Lord said not to do it. It's a rule. Right. That's the first number one thing is don't do it. It don't even matter why. The Lord said don't do it. Right. Just don't do it.
Right. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Learn the hard way sucks.
Right. Yeah. Learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. Right. Look at me. Like I'm a perfect example. Learn from my mistakes.
And then we've got the records in the Bible of brothers going through the same shit, telling us the same shit. Listen, we've been through it already.
Learn from their mistakes.
It's not working. She ain't that cute.
You know, like we think that we're going to have a different outcome than you're not going to have a different outcome. You selling drugs, you think you're going to be a better drug seller than the last person that's in jail or the last person that got shot. No, something's going to happen to you too. Learn from their mistakes. You know what I'm saying? How about just don't deal drugs?
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
We know for a fact drug dealers get unalived or they go to prison.
You can't trust your friends. Right. I mean, you can't trust nobody that's around you. Everybody trying to gun after what you got.
Yeah.
Like it's an exhausting lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. And like, you know, I know some people that, well, maybe not so much drug dealers because they don't really want problems. They want business to run smooth.
Yeah, but the drugs comes with problems.
It comes with problems. You got to deal with the federal government. You got to deal with the state government. You got to deal with all the thieves on the streets, and then you got to deal with the lawyer fees. You got to deal with all the liars and cheats that again are in your circle.
You got to deal with your plug.
You got to deal with your plug. Something go wrong there.
If you get the drugs running and then you get robbed, what you gonna do now?
Right. Yeah. You got to worry about how much gold you buy, like how fly your car looks. You got to worry about all this superficial shit.
Yeah.
On top of all the dangers that are associated with that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It ain't worth it. Like I like having fun too, but god damn.
Yeah. You know, it's just. It's like we said before, man. We gotta just learn from someone else's mistake. That's the best wisdom that you can ever learn. Look at someone else. You know what I'm saying? He went to jail because he was selling drugs, and this person ended up getting he got shot because he was selling drugs. How about I just don't sell drugs? Right. I don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Okay. That's out a lot of confusion and second guessing shit.
Right. All right, so we about to move on to the next. Well, let's see.
Reparations. I wouldn't even believe it if they'd have said it to me. Giving everybody reparations. Native Indians, you gonna get them. You better get them reparations too. The reservation shit didn't work out, man.
What about the Mexicans on Atlanta stores?
What about across the border? How about giving a few states back?
Right.
Let's start there. Like that wouldn't have reparations was going to keep Sonny Massey alive. Like that was an excellent point that Madabar brought up. Do you think it's going to stop them from murdering you in your own home?
Yeah.
In your nightgown with a pot of water that dude told you to get off the stove?
Like imagine that. Imagine that if black people did get reparations. Let's say for reparations, everybody got about every black and Hispanic, and they've got like 50,000 apiece for every family. Every black person, they got 50,000. You think the black person the next person that's in the street, boy, he's going on a robbing frenzy in the hood. Like he's going kicking in every door on the block, every door in the city to get your 50,000. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and he got his.
But guess what? Guess what he about to spend his on? Right. He about to go spend his on guns and ammunition, body armor to go get your 50,000.
And 50 grand ain't gonna be much. Like nowadays, 50 grand. I mean, shit.
That's not a lot of money at all. That's not a lot of money at all. You go buy you a car, a decent car. That's the majority of the 50 right there.
And I mean, granted,
and then you want rims,
right?
Stereo system.
See, look, I probably need to get some tinted windows, and that's it. Probably some new tires or something. That's it.
Listen, you might be able to get one of
1,800.
Yeah, new tires. You could probably go get some. See, I don't want the name brands Goodyear and Firestone. No, give me nice, decent one, probably 125 a piece for each one. Some good, decent new
But I mean,
tires.
if you got a nice check of $50,000, you want to get some brand new stuff off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to get the Goodyear, $150. You know,
Yeah, it's about
brand new tires. You know, like you were saying earlier, I want like only like we think like children. You know what I'm saying? Like in the ghetto, only in the ghetto you're gonna find people wearing Louis Vuitton, Jordans, Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our mindset. Like you were saying earlier. You know, when we have a lot of money, what do we do with it?
Yeah.
We spend it on bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you'll ball out on Timu though. Timu, I mean,
50 grand on Timu, you're like no time really.
Yeah,
man. Hey.
But that's what I'm saying. Only blacks, Hispanic, and Americans do that type of stuff. You don't see Esau in these rich neighborhoods wearing Louis Vuitton, Jordans, Gucci,
vanity.
You know what I'm saying? They're not doing that.
All of especially these are just clothes.
Right.
These are like clothes that's probably not going to fit you in the next 2 years.
I think that shit looks stupid anyway.
Yeah, I'm happy I've never been into that kind of fag buying all name Louis Vuitton, Gucci. I ain't never been like that.
I'm gonna go shop with y'all Don. I'm gonna go shop with y'all Mark. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go shop with Quan.
Javelin.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Stitched by Nine.
Yeah, we shopping big with them. For real. Let's see what we got next.
Yeah, and that's all right. So this article, this was posted on August 30th, 2024. So this is a pretty recent incident then.
So let's see what we.
And I mean, like again, this shouldn't surprise nobody. What was it? Just last month, Sonya Massey. Not that long ago, Breonna Taylor, and they're trying to switch the narrative on that now too.
So lucky y'all, we got a little technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, so now we have this article. It says Dallas police officer executed 2 others injured in targeting shooting. Chief. The suspect was fatally shot by officers following a pursuit, police said. So, okay, it says, so apparently in Dallas, Texas, a Moore executed a police officer and shot 2 others before being unalived by 6 different police who were pursuing him. The day before the incident, he did a live where he was pleading for help and saying he was being targeted and stalked by the police. Unbeknownst to many, this has become a trend for the past few years. Who remembers Corinne Grimes?
Corinne Gaines.
Corinne Gaines. Salaki. 2016, they executed her in front of her child.
Yeah.
It's been nonstop case since then. The blowback against the Moors from law enforcement is real and will intensify under the next administration. Blah, blah, blah. I'm saying it should be more. This is the same thing. Dallas chief of police called the Thursday night shooting of a police officer while he sat in his squad car in execution in a press conference Friday evening. 2 other officers were also shot after responding to the incident, which culminated in the suspected gunman being shot and killed by police. It says, our officers were targeted for nothing more than the uniform they wear for the brave and honorable job that they do. The fuck? All right, we go. Let's see what else. It says Dallas officer Darren Burks was sitting in his squad car around 10:04 p.m. Thursday in the parking lot of a community center between call assignments when the suspect approached, Garcia said. The suspect identified Friday as Corey Cobb. Corey Cobb Bay, 30 years old, briefly spoke to Burks through the driver's side window while recording the encounter with a cell phone, Garcia said. The suspect then pulled out a handgun and executed Officer Burks as he sat in his vehicle, Garcia said, becoming emotional as he spoke.
Was there a video associated with this too?
I'm trying to see. It's still more. So it says a police dispatcher then noticed an unusual transmission from Burke's radio and sent officers to check on it, Garcia said. Meanwhile, Cobb Bay retrieved a shotgun from his vehicle, which he had parked in the lot 2 minutes prior to Burke's arrival, and placed the weapon on the roof of the squad car, according to Garcia. When the second officer, Senior Corporal Jamie Farmer, responded to the scene and pulled into the parking lot around 10:11 p.m., Cobb Bay immediately fired a handgun, Garcia said. Officers Farmer returned fire and ran across. Let me see, what's it say? And ran across the parking lot, at which point Cobb Bay grabbed the shotgun from the top of the squad car and fired at Farmer, striking him, Garcia said. And the third officer, Senior Corporal Carissa David, arrived around 10:12 p.m. and positioned her squad car at the entrance of the parking lot. Garcia said Cobb Bay ran towards her and shot at her multiple times as she exited her vehicle. A police sergeant who next arrived on the scene saw Cobb Bay standing near his vehicle and directed the next arriving patrol to follow him after he fled the scene. Dallas police officers pursued Cobb Bay onto the interstate 35E into Louisville, police said. Cobb Bay eventually stopped, then approached the officers while pointing the shotgun at them upon exiting the vehicle, Garcia said. This is what he looked like. And this is his page, Corey Cobb Bay. Who got the nearest Moorish Science Temple of America in Dallas, Texas? So, good night. Yeah, that's it on that.
Good night.
Yeah, so, it was a lot, yeah. So, first of all, this whole being Moors.
It's like on the beginning of that article, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a video in the way beginning?
No, it wasn't a vehicle. Just the beginning right here.
Yeah, ain't that a video?
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah. Can't even play it.
You just light the hell out of it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Damn, yeah. So that Moorish thing, it's another. You see a lot of just. How would I say? A lot of other people who are very immature,
right,
will end up running with that emotional charge.
Right.
We're sovereign citizens. They ain't got no authority over me.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Freely.
Yeah. And I end up very confrontational with the police and other government bodies, not recognizing their authority, not trying to be civil with them at all. And a lot of them it always kind of confused me, thinking like you think that little card is gonna protect you from their gun? Like once they decide to stop messing around with the public image, being politically correct, what's the word? Showing, playing nice with everybody. Once they're done with all the games and the gimmicks, like all they gotta do is be themselves then, and that card ain't gonna mean a goddamn thing. Like they already don't respect you for it now. If you keep on messing around and trying to let that go to your head,
it's only gonna piss them off.
Yeah,
because of course it's a black guy that thinks he knows something.
Right.
Right.
And the reputation behind like the Moors, I mean, they're not organized. They're not all solid together like that. You got different Moorish factions, which is why we always give that disclaimer, man, that UPK is not affiliated with no other organization.
I think it's just a hat competition. Big hat versus small hat.
Yeah, right.
Like we need to understand
that shade versus coasting.
We need to understand that black people, you are not. Stop thinking that you the sovereign citizen.
Right.
Stop thinking that you got more authority than the police. You know what I'm saying? The police going to show you every time. You know what I'm saying, that you don't have no power. You keep saying you ain't got to show your ID, your license, because you're a sovereign citizen, that you can just drive a motor vehicle without identification. The police going to show you every time. They're going to smack a baton across your head. and yeah, you're gonna be on the floor. You're gonna be, oh God.
I'm a sovereign citizen. What are you doing?
I'm a sovereign citizen.
I'm a sovereign citizen. Shout out to Montreal, Canada. Brock Yala, Shalom.
Shout out to Brock Yala.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Dude, they don't care that you're a sovereign citizen. Like it, and they go to court, file a lawsuit, all that good shit with your jaw wired shut, with your ribs fractured, your leg broken.
Yep.
And then put your lampshade back on. I don't know what to tell you.
Like,
I don't know what to tell you.
Like, you know, like the reason why they be going into all these different religions is for the benefit. It's for the benefit. It's for the whole, you know, mostly it's the drugs.
Yeah.
That's mostly it's drugs and the women. That's it. Why do people join these religion institutions? Because of drugs and women.
And a sense of entitlement too. So like I know a couple cats that like, you know, showed me some of the paperwork and shit like that. They might get some tax incentives. They might get you know, different considerations when it comes to like different programs, signing up, first come, first serve. They might get preferential treatment for certain things because of their citizen status. And like I've seen them, I've heard them tell me how they put it to use. I haven't actually seen it myself, but I've heard them tell me how they put it to use and some of the benefits that they're able to get. Like this one cat, we were having to talk about you can't legally be married to more than one woman in the U.S. And he's like, not me. Like I can because of his status.
And what's the status? Sovereign?
Something like that. I can't remember what the whole card read out.
But sound like it. Know your status.
Some shit about that. His citizenship. And going along with his identity. You know, gives them some allowance for certain benefits. But again, that cop, that Edomite cop whose wife just burnt the steak, messed up his breakfast. He got two bratty ass kids at home, dumb as hell. One of his kids just showed some civilians how to turn a Glock into an automatic machine gun, and now he's spending his life in jail. You know, he's disappointed from that. He's gonna pull you over while you're bumping your music, you're smoking your medical marijuana, and you're gonna give him some attitude about I'm a sovereign citizen. You don't think he'll blow your goddamn brains out because you showed him a card that said I'm a sovereign citizen? You think that's gonna stop, dude?
Like, do you think that's gonna stop the hate that he has for you? Like, first of all, white people hate you.
No, it's gonna piss him off.
Right. Yeah, you're like, oh, you think you're a sovereign citizen?
Right.
Oh, you think you're above? Oh, you think I don't have? He's gonna show you every time that he got authority over you. He's gonna. At the end of the day, it's either you're gonna be in cuffs, or shit, you're gonna be like this guy, or you're unalive.
Yeah. And then what solution do these Moors really offer the community? Like, what are they really doing for the people? So like, I hear a lot. You know, they're giving them their identity. Okay, UPK under Commander General Yana, we give you your identity as well. In New York, they're having sit downs with Captain Tazariak and Ashar Gapan about helping to de-escalate the gun violence in the community. They're going to us for that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's actual changes that get made with our involvement, through our involvement, with our influence. We get approached differently because they know our reputation. Also very separate from everybody else, which again, why we got that disclaimer, we are not affiliated with nobody. Because their reputation is something different than what we got. Yep. They see brothers in UPK regalia, and there's a different understanding about us. They see a nigga in a lampshade. I don't know. They're not impressed. Maybe you need a bigger lampshade. Wear a lava lamp. Maybe try a lava lamp. Maybe that'll.
You said a lava lamp?
Yeah. Maybe the lampshade just isn't getting enough attention. It's not garnering enough respect.
Right. All right. So anybody want to add something else to that before you go to the next video?
Lockie, what is that? What is those letters that they put on? You know, the words that they put on?
Oh yeah, the little like Arabic like letters.
Oh, that's Arabic.
Like I think like the little squiggly lines. Yeah, I think it's Arabic. Yeah.
They're like Muslim, Chinese, Taoist, 5%er God bodies. Like I don't.
You said God
Muslim, Arabic, Chinese.
We about to go to the next video. So give me 1 second.
So I can rock y'all out there in Montreal. You ever be confronted with a Moor? They ever tell you your identity? I don't know if y'all saw that battle with Captain Zark and Captain Katazai against Circle 7. It was some years ago. These were another group of Moors who were trying to prove the legitimacy of it and the history of it, giving it an actual ethnic attachment. And I mean, they just got ran around the tracks, like proven wrong at every point that they try to make, because they gave such a generic identity to who the Moors originally would have been. And it turned out to be like damn near you could have been anybody and been a Moor. Anybody.
I think Moors say that they're what's that word? Aboriginal, yeah. Yeah, that's indigenous people of the land. So you know what I'm saying? That's why they try to.
But then of what land? Not of America.
Of America, they say they're the original people of America, the Aboriginals.
Like I know Moors were like a mixed multitude of like African people
and
like
Chinese people.
Yeah, it was like a mixed multitude of people. Yeah. So like to call yourself a Moor, like, what exactly are you calling yourself?
So I'm one of each.
They all in one. They make it.
Yeah, like, yeah. Something. All right, we about to go to the next video.
They the Megazord.
Yeah.
So we about to get it started.
It's right. Bro, what the fuck? That's right. Let's get out of here. Get your ass up here. Get your ass up here. Roll over. Come down here right now. Roll your motherfucking ass over. Hey, get your fucking hands up. Put your fucking hands up. Motherfucker. Put your fucking hands up. Put your fucking hands up. Get out of here. Get your ass. Hey. Excuse me. Fuck you, nigga. Hey. Are y'all serious? Hey. Look at this shit. Shut your mouth. Look at this shit. Sean. Go that cup. Sean, would y'all please? Give me this problem. Come on here. You two, please. Come on. Fucking bro. Hey, Ben, take one of these, please. Shut the fuck up. Guzzler. Hey, Anthony, please. Anthony, please. Fucking low, bro. Excuse me. They just put guns all in my face. I understand that. Fuck wrong with y'all, bro?
What's that? You like run back? Yeah. We should have. I mean, nobody's in the rear. There might be one.
Excuse me.
All right, give us 1 minute, man. Is anybody else here?
No, my kids at school and my dogs are in the bed.
Dogs in the Anybody else in this house need to come to the front door?
I see.
Get up here. It's fine. Bro, what's up?
Go right up on the lawn too.
Man, so what y'all think?
She asked me how the one. They're just criminals with a badge.
Yeah, that's the police for you.
That's what I see.
That's the police. They like. First of all, let's read. I didn't get a chance to read that article. Not article, but the title. It says a family is demanding answers after they were treated like criminals in a situation they had nothing to do with them. So, like, imagine you chilling on your porch like they was doing, and police officers just pull up for no expected reason, just put you in cuffs. Put you and your mama. Shit, hell, put the dog in cuffs. You know what I'm saying? And then start pulling everybody inside the house out and put them in cuffs.
And berate you while they're doing.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of the times they kill your dog too.
Yeah, the dog. Luckily, the dog wasn't aggressive.
Right.
If that dog would have got aggressive, they would have just boop, put 2 in him, 3 in him. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just another police brutality. You know what I'm saying? Police using their authority to terrorize black people, terrorize Hispanics.
Something similar to this happened to me before. They was gonna raid the upstairs because we stayed in the duplex.
Yeah.
They was gonna raid the upstairs. So we outside on the porch. They just raided both. Like we didn't have nothing to do with it. We had the upstairs people was, you know, in the drug game, of course, but we didn't have nothing to do with it. We lived downstairs. They still raided us. Put everybody out on concrete.
Why? Like, did you even get the answers? They probably didn't get.
I was a kid at the time, so I you know, they don't really listen to what the kids got to say anyway.
Yeah, they don't listen to what nobody got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly, you know,
that's very unprofessional. You know, I mean, if you want to raid a house, you got to make sure that's the correct house because you can put everybody else in.
Yeah.
Exactly, and people like when shit like that happens, man, they get flack, and like when you get raid the wrong house, yeah, you get flack. Like they get flack for that, man. Like, yeah, the city gonna have to dish out some money. Yeah,
because a lot of the times, you know, these police officers, they go in there with the intention of possibly they can unalive somebody.
Oh yeah, they're all hyped up about it.
Oh yeah, no telling what drugs they took in that morning.
I almost got unalive in the raid.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
So I know how that goes.
Like that, some they got the potential to do that. Like,
and let's not act like these officers don't do drugs, don't do steroids, don't do mind-altering substances.
Like probably did some coke or something,
right?
You know, just get pumped up. You know, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We know that coke got numbing effects. You know what I'm saying? If he end up getting shot, he ain't gonna feel it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the white man's the devil, and there's always going to be the devil. And his police, and his police force
so
too.
You were saying, there's a lot of time with these criminals, you know, they know when they get raided. Like you were saying, they get all sniffed up, you know, be up for a couple of days, and they know that eventually they're going to get pinched. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like the FBI. You know, if it's the FBI involved, you know, there's no way. It's like a 95% chance that you're going to jail. You know what I mean? So a lot of the time, they're up and they say, "This is my time." You know what I mean? I want to go to war with these police officers. So these police officers know that. You know what I mean? So they're prepared for the worst. Yeah, because when I got raided out one day, they threw like 5 different flashbangs in every window, every bedroom. You know what I mean? They bust down the front door. You know what I mean? I had rifles in the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had 2 pistols because I thought my house was getting raided. I mean, broken into. You know what I mean? I was about to jump out the window with 2 45s in my hands. So if they would have seen that, they would have took me out.
It's a car.
Did you tell them that you were in Aboriginal?
I was, but I didn't have a chance to tell them I was an Aboriginal. I was a Moor.
All right, that's gonna be my go-to now.
I didn't have a chance to do that.
They removed our content.
I'm gonna throw that out there and see what happens. See that.
They were swift as an eagle. I didn't have it.
Share to send something.
Can't be
Instagram just kicked us off live.
They're honest.
Can't be talking about those Aboriginal raids.
Right. Oh. No respect for the lava man.
Criminal with badges.
They ain't nothing but the police. And they had to get your top.
You know, all this censoring too online, like
it's hate speech. Like, oh, come on, man.
So I mean, having the ability to share information, you know, across such a broad platform, it's awesome. Not everybody should have an internet connection, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But you gotta jump through all these hoops, man. Somebody disagree with you, somebody get their feelings hurt.
Like, man, like If they don't like what you're saying, they're just gonna hit the, you know. But yeah, we've been removed. They removed our stream from Instagram.
That's because the police didn't like us talking about the crooked way.
Shout out to YouTube.
YouTube is the definition of free speech.
Right. Shout out to YouTube. Doing the damn thing.
That's crazy.
Man, that's crazy.
Dang, we ain't gonna be able to get no more video, huh?
No, we can still get some video. No, this is right here.
Yeah, just for that one video.
Yeah, this is for the.
Got a little bit got in too deep with the police right there.
They ain't want us talking about police.
No, they ain't want us talking about
police. Maybe if the cops didn't do shit like that, we wouldn't have anything to say.
Right.
There's, that it's a stretch. I get it. Some of them are Aboriginal too. I want them to, sharing the wealth. But just maybe, if they stop doing that, we'll stop doing this. Y'all stop doing and selling drugs, we'll stop talking about drugs. You stop aborting your babies, we'll stop talking about Planned Parenthood.
If I could too, just on the police thing again, I got police brutality against before. And I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. I was going pat cause this gas station got robbed. But I was an asshole, right? That song just had came out, F the Police. Not the Eazy-E version, the Lil Boosie version, right?
Okay.
I'm playing it loud on my phone, walking past. All of a sudden, 3 of them pull up, push my head in the snow and everything, took me to jail just for playing the song.
Really?
I ain't had nothing to do with the robbery that went on at all. I'm just walking past, going to a different store because that was the hood store that got robbed. So we walking past that store to go to another store. I'm playing that song. They pull right up on me.
Doing that on purpose though? Like, is that what you're saying? Like you were being an asshole?
Yeah, playing the song, obviously.
Yeah, but we know that police they just target anybody. Like we know for a fact that if a black person do something in the hood, guess what? Most likely another black person will get locked up for that crime.
Right.
We know that. We know what's that? What they call it?
Also identity.
Yeah.
Racial profiling.
Racial profiling. Mistaken identity.
Right.
Yeah. All of that happens. The police don't do no work.
No.
They don't do no work at all. First of all, they think we all look the same.
Mm-hmm. They think the criminal dumb enough to stick around a place that the crime happened.
Unfortunately, I have seen people do just that.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, something like that. And sometimes it's like shooting fish in a barrel for them. Like, you stick around for a little bit, you'll see them come right back.
Yep.
Fucking dumbasses. So stupid. We're not good criminals. We're not good criminals. Stop doing dumb shit.
Hey, who used to watch that show, The World's Dumbest Criminals?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hey, black people.
And then they get caught up, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry.
We wasn't made to be criminals. You know what I'm saying? This is why when we do something wrong, the Lord judges us right then and there, speedily. So our punishment comes quicker than what anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? You see white people get away with murder, they get away with all types of stuff, and they still haven't got punished yet. Their punishment is gonna come. When the Lord, you know what I'm saying? When the Lord get ready to turn up the heat, but the Lord, that's why I say the Lord judges Israel first. That's why when you do something, when you go rob a bank, guess what? You're gonna get caught. Probably that same day. You ain't gonna get a chance to spend that money that you just robbed.
This ain't set it off.
Yeah, set it off. Yeah. But yeah, so man, we just gotta be careful, man. This is why we should give no excuses to policemen to be criminals. You know what I'm saying? Watch who you hanging around with. First of all, watch who you associate yourself with. I learned that in the hood growing up, man. You got one person that's doing all the crime. Guess what? You're gonna be lumped in right with them. Yeah. You gotta distance yourself from individuals that's just that's on a different vibe to you.
Yeah, because I mean, if you know dudes out there, if he a stick-up kid or if he a D-boy or something, you can expect bullshit to follow him. I mean, I was kicking it with this one cat. I mean, I was out there, doing some dumb shit myself too, but he had problems with local gang buddies of his that he owed money to,
Right.
and they try to press me for the money too. I'm like, I just met that cat. That was the first time I ever met dude. But because I'm walking with him, they see us kicking it together, chopping it up, and they pull him to the side. They want to try to ask me what kind of money I got on. Like that. That's what you got to expect living that lifestyle, being associated with those kind of people, which is why it's so why we go so hard with cleaning up the community and influencing not just individuals and families, but the whole neighborhood to cut that shit out. Because you're endangering everybody else's well-being, like in their life too. It don't make no sense to continue that way of life,
right?
Putting everybody else at risk for like that instant gratification, a little bit of street cred. Like it's life ain't that bad to where you gotta rob everybody and their mama.
Right. Some people ain't going for it too.
Yeah, fucking for real.
Trying to rob right into your casket.
For real.
Trying to rob somebody, you dead. people quick to do that self-defense on somebody too. You just might have got the right one day, then the wrong one the next day.
And stop doing stupid pranks in the hood too, man. Stop that shit.
Because again, you can run into the wrong one again.
Mm-hmm.
Like crazy. Dumb as hell.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's gonna ending bad. Or nobody's gonna be doing pranks in the hood. Like you realize that like white people come in the hood and be just doing all these pranks for content and stuff like that. Like I peeped out that like black people treat white people a lot more differently than what black people treat black people doing pranks. They're more aggressive with other black people than white people.
Wow.
Like white people, they pull a prank, and black people get aggressive. Well, it's a prank. It's a prank. Like, give a fuck.
And especially the white kids that go into the hood, they look like they just came from the fucking library, the suburb, or some shit like that.
Right. They just left $1 million mansion.
Right. So they're already gonna get looked at kind of suspect. Like you can't be for real.
Right.
Coming in here, saying some wild shit to me. But you got a Vato or something that walks in there. There's this one group, Top Notch Idiots. Yeah. Fun, like some of the stuff, it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it's funny.
And I've seen some more innocent pranks that they've done.
Yeah.
But then when they go in there talking about like you want to get clipped,
yeah,
like you looking to get shot,
yeah.
And then somebody pulls out a gun on them or pulls out a knife on them, and it's about to turn up.
Yeah, they got that one prank where they just looking at them all like
mugging
and stuff. Yeah, it was funny. Like, but how you get mad? How y'all getting mad at just someone looking at you? Like, what's up?
And they don't give a fuck that it's a prank. They don't give a fuck you got a camera right there. Stop messing with them. You don't know what kind of day they had. You have no idea what's going on in their life. Leave us the fuck alone, man. Go to the suburbs and go mean mug dude while he's cutting his grass.
Like just take it out.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We are. Don't brother, because you're staring at him. You know what I mean? I seen a couple of videos too. The brother be staring at him, and the dude gets spooked. And he's already reaching for his pocket.
And I've gotten into fights where maybe you thought dude looked familiar, or maybe he's a stranger to you, or maybe you just wanted to get into a fight. You lock eyes, and now it's not. Yeah. And now it's not something you can just walk away from.
Exactly. Now it's
like doing dumb shit like that too. Like I used to like get in a staring contest with some people too, and almost lost my life a couple times because of that shit.
Right.
Like it ain't worth it. Like I can prove that I'm a tough guy elsewhere, doing other cool, like actual cool things.
Yeah.
That would show character, wisdom, as well as you being a stand-up dude versus just starting shit with a random another brother that going about trying to mind his own business. It ain't worth it, man.
Yeah. So we got one more video left. This is the last one for the podcast. Let me see. I think it's this one. We're gonna put it.
Donkey of the Day vibes.
So this
was that a video?
Yeah, that's a video.
sat patiently in the friend zone for over 25 years, waiting for me to see that he was the one I was looking for all along. The man that redefined love and true happiness for me, and I couldn't not love him more. Happy 1 year anniversary. There's no way this man sat in the friend zone for 25 years waiting to shoot his shot and waiting for his chance. While she been ran through, my loving the crew, she loving the crew. Ain't no way this man waited 25 years. And so that is pathetic. Unless he lived his life too and did his little thing and did his 3 or 4 phase and watched her 3 or 4 phase, fine. But if he sat there and just waited for his one only chance to get his shot and score, bro, I feel sorry for you. And any brothers that do this, your options were very limited, and I feel sorry for you too. This is crazy. BPS out.
What did he say? Sat patiently in the friend zone for 25 years.
Imagine that.
Man.
I missed it. What did it say?
A lot of dumb shit.
The caption says, to the man who sat patiently in the friend zone for over 25 years, waiting for me to see that he was the one I was looking for all along, the man that redefined love and true happiness for me, and I could not love him more. I could not love him more. Happy 1 year anniversary, babe.
She just ran out of options. I don't want
See, that's it.
She turned 40.
25 years.
Yeah. She turned 40 and she's like, all right, might as well get this nigga.
Right. He's been waiting.
Right, might as well break him off.
Paying for dates.
Damn, that's crazy.
Don't put out.
For real.
For 25 years worth.
Oh, that's such a disgusting thought.
A lot of these women do that because, like, when they have the power of manipulating over the man or have, you know what I mean, have some type of mind control with that man, they're willing to deal with that man because they don't. It's like they want a masculine man in their life, but as soon as they get one, they don't like that. So they rather deal with the weak link, so it has some type of power or some type of manipulation over them.
Yeah. And what you said was heavy. Like once they get that masculine man, it's cool and all up until you start telling them what to do.
Right.
Up until you start putting rules down.
Right.
Then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the guy that went, if this is actually true, yeah, like literally, like I really don't have nothing to say. Like
he watched several men come in and out,
come and go out of her life.
25 years that pot roast and cooking. That is nasty.
Not to mention if she had kids or not.
Oh man, yeah, they didn't say that.
Which is probably going to be an easy transition then for him.
Shit,
high school crush, huh?
I don't know who it was, man, but
she just got too old.
It's just the dude. He literally probably just didn't have nothing else going, or whatever. He was just. I don't know if he was like the side guy or something doing her relationships or doing her escapades.
He must have, in 25 years, he must have shot his shot more than once.
He was probably the side dude.
Like I'd be sitting there salty as fuck after 25 years. I'd feel disappointed as hell. Like we could have been doing this 25 years ago.
Man, look.
Terrell didn't work out. Jerome didn't work out. Darrell didn't work out. Steve didn't work out.
Like he did. Like he didn't. Like he did. You just named all those names. That was crazy.
Couple white guys in there.
Right. Like. Yeah, that's crazy.
Sat through all that shit.
And just didn't discuss them at all.
Right.
He was still good with that.
That's crazy. That's crazy work indeed. Like you sat there, like the guy that actually sat there and waited for, like he really had like low self-esteem or something. Like if I'm talking to a female one night, if I even feel like she ain't interested in one night, I'm done. I'm done with the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like let alone waiting 25 years.
Unless he been hitting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That has to be the reason why he even like I said,
we can finally be together.
Right. Who knows? The dude probably had like a wife or some shit like that. He
that'd be messed up. He abandoned his whole family just for her.
That's crazy. That's
messed up.
That's crazy.
25 years.
Like, well, of course, we in the truth. We know that, but like out here in the world, how they think out here in the world, yeah, that's crazy work. to be waiting for some poutine
That's probably the reason why she wanted to take the man. Man waited 25 years.
Like
who's gonna do that?
Like he probably was.
He got to be the one.
Probably was talking to her while he was young. The old girl had options out the woodworks, but as the 25 years started progressing and stuff like that, the options just got fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer, and then that's it.
It was still him.
Yeah, that's it. He was there, standing right there.
It's glowing.
Oh, you know that sound. Oh, I'm here finally.
And she depreciated in value. He probably got worth more.
And she said, and the way that article said, like, you know, this is the love of my life. He probably taking on trips, spinning the bag. Right. Like the other 10 niggas that spin the bag and then took on trips.
I took her to Disneyland better.
Disneyland is crazy. Disneyland is crazy work indeed.
Lord be with you, man.
Yeah.
He waited the way he won't.
Yeah, but with that being said, man, look, we're about to wrap it up. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to Ton of Pressure Podcast. You understand? Don't forget to pay your tithes. Don't forget, we got the Passover April 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. You better be there. Don't forget to pay your Passover fees. I don't know. The Passover fee probably like $200 again, huh? $200 per family?
17 and above.
Yeah, for 17 and above, it's going to be $200 per family. Yeah.
$200 or $250, something like that. Pay that ahead of time, man. Do not wait until the last goddamn minute.
Don't pay at the door.
Get your garment orders ready now. Hit up Cat at the bar. You know what I'm saying? In Milwaukee, get them orders going now.
Yeah.
You need it to tobogganize in your life, and you know it, goddamn.
Yeah.
Don't wait 25 years.
That's crazy.
If you're out there waiting 25 years for some boo nanny, then go ahead and wait another 25.
Right.
You might as well.
Shout out 5,000 Model Bar. Shout out Baraki Olive. Shout out Yizer, Nazam, Anad. Shout out your man Jay. Shout out brother Terrell.
Yeah. You got a good memory of names because I'm sitting about to scroll through. Man, but yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Y'all check in with us.
Like and share. You know what I'm saying? I'm Officer Zaquan. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves on the way out.
Even going rank it. You could have jumped AG, Midwest AG. Join us every Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Sabbath service. Until further notice. And you know, we got a lot of very exciting prospects and events coming up too. A lot of new additions to the Milwaukee school. So you know what I'm saying, stay tuned, get ready, get in class. Any questions, comments, or concerns, you know, feel free to jump in, engage in the chats. You know, like, share, and subscribe to the content. Anybody want to battle, you got an art, you know, let it be known. Just get ready for what's coming up. It's gonna be good, man. Milwaukee deserves, you know, to take a little breath and to release some of that stress, man. It's getting a little crazy out here. You know, get ready for winter. Operation Res. You can see what's happening with that coming up soon. And get ready for Atlanta, man. Come join us in the South.
That's right.
Officer Canania. I don't really have much to say, but don't wait 25 years.
Don't wait 25. Quarter century.
Officer IR, Officer 50. You know, just tuning in, showing support.
That's right.
Go.
All right, y'all. We out.
So long, man. And still fuck Trump. Still fuck Harris.